Hey everyone, I'm Andrew Schmitz. I'm a co-founder of Proceed.app. For those not familiar, Proceed.app is used by organizations to create, internally crowdsource, and distribute standard operating procedures, training materials, safety instructions, etc., using photos and videos. We help companies with a lot of different workforce challenges. However, today I'm really excited to talk to you about our 4-step process for building a successful grassroots training and knowledge management system. Although we use Proceed.app to help with this process, the good thing is that you can probably use these principles outlined in this presentation with really any system that you're currently using. But just keep in mind that we use and our associates use Proceed.app to help with the backbone and structure of this. One of the key challenges that a lot of companies are facing today is trying to figure out efficient ways of capturing and organizing knowledge from employees before they leave. And oftentimes that event that causes them to leave is retirement. At Proceed.app, our software and associates, like I mentioned earlier, have helped companies seamlessly capture knowledge directly from the source, which is the employees. And we do this using a highly visual method, using photos and video-based content that a lot of times management never thought was possible. Oftentimes, this is the type of knowledge management we see when we approach or start working with a new company. We call it downstream knowledge management. This is when management pushes content or training materials, SOPs, down to the operators on the work floor who are actually doing the work. What we do is we help companies implement what we call a grassroots knowledge management system that utilizes both upstream and downstream knowledge sharing tactics. We achieve this by helping companies implement Proceed.app, and Proceed.app is really just, like I said, the structure behind the grassroots knowledge management approach. Our associates help them and help their company, all their stakeholders from management to the operator level employees and help them guide through this 4-step process that we've developed. So this is our 4-step process. I'll walk through each tile here. So we're going to start with identifying key processes and people. What this step is all about is going into the business and figuring out where are the risk points. First of all, why are we here and where are the risk points? So we plan the project scope and we interview key people, and we do that so that we can start identifying key knowledge that exists inside of the organization. After step 1 is kind of wrapped up, we start heading into step 2, which is all about creating the vision and helping to get people to buy into the vision. This is probably one of the most important steps, and this is because as every great leader knows, you can't expect people to follow if they can't see where you're going, or at least have a plan forward. So building a strong vision is really important to having a successful grassroots knowledge management system. From both the side of how do you know when you've reached the goal if you haven't painted the vision, but then also how can you get people involved and buy into that vision and help move it forward. So what step 2 is in terms of what we actually accomplish with companies is we start designing the end goal, the library layout. And then after designing, this is where we want to be, this is our goal, from that we create what we call a project roadmap. And we present this all in a very visually, highly effective way that allows people to see exactly where you want to go and get people excited about it and get them to buy in. After that, step 3 is the actual content creation phase. So this is what we consider crowdsourcing and collaboration. It's getting people to actually use devices to capture processes according to the roadmap that we've set in step 2. With Proceed.app, and really I'll say it's important if you don't have this already, when thinking about grassroots knowledge management, you can have a lot of people be submitting content to you, and you need to be able to control what content are they focused on creating first, and then also when they create the content, is it up to my standards? Is it good? Is it something that we can sign off on? So with Proceed.app, we have a built-in submission approval process system that allows operators to create content and submit it to management level for the review and approval and organization into the library. It's really important that you have that in order to have successful grassroots knowledge management. And in the case of Proceed.app, this submission approval process allows management to kick back, something for a revision before, actually approving it company-wide. So regardless of what system you use, it's super important to have that submission approval process and a review process in place before just letting people go wild. And then the last step here is all about tracking, maintaining content, and rewarding your contributors. So obviously you want to be able to track how far have you guys moved along in your roadmap to reach the vision at the end. The next thing would be, how can you make sure that ongoing your content is always up to date and that it's accurate, and safe, and most current. So with systems, you can set up reminders for annual reviews or monthly reviews, what have you. And then of course, and this looks different depending on every company, but rewarding your key contributors is sometimes a really great way to accelerate, but then also to appreciate your employees for getting involved and helping you with this knowledge management approach. So with a system like Proceed, it's really easy to see who are your key contributors, when do they contribute, and you can take that data and apply it however you'd like, whatever fits your company culture. At the end of the day, what you get, regardless of the system you use, is a visual knowledge library that is current and that your current and future employees can easily access and maintain moving forward. Homegrown SOPs, training materials, safety instructions, and more. And with Proceed, you get it all in this beautiful visual format that's really easy to author content. Additionally, something worth pointing out, there's a lot of fringe benefits to moving to a knowledge management system, either like Proceed or just really a digital knowledge management system in general. One worth pointing out is the reporting features that can really help you with the continuous improvement pillar of your business. One of my favorite reports that we offer inside of Proceed is called a search report. And what this shows you is what your users are actually searching for and not finding. So it can be a really great passive way to determine, are there gaps in your knowledge library that should be filled, and also maybe who are the best people to fill those gaps. So lots of fringe benefits like, for continuous improvement that you can pull out of a digital knowledge management system. With that, that's it for today. As always, if you have questions regarding our technology or our approach, please feel free to reach out. We love talking with people about this. It's an exciting time to be in manufacturing. It's an exciting time to get your team involved and build that community of grassroots knowledge management and training within your business. So look forward to hearing from you, and thanks so much for your time. I hope this was helpful.